Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, today I'm out on one of my walks and I just thought I'd stop and I'd sit down and have a chat with you guys for a bit. Now, the location where I am is quite apt for this story. We're at this sort of abandoned old house that's overgrown with leaves and stuff, and as a teenager, this is the sort of place that attracted me to hang out with my mates. Saying that, I'm 51 now and these places still attract me. So we're going to have a story time today. So this video today, it's called A Punk's View on Goths. Now, when I make this video, it's important to state that this is my view. Nearly every punk I know, they all have different views on what punk is and, you know, what they like about it and dislike. So this video today, it's just my view. So to get into the story, we're going to have to go back in time, way back to when I was 16 years old, which is a long time ago. I think it was about 1988. So yeah, at the time, I was 16 years old. I was very unhappy at that time in my life about a lot of things, not everything, but a lot of things I was unhappy about. It wasn't very good at home. I was very unhappy at home and things weren't good there. I'm not going to go into detail, but it wasn't good. That eventually led to me being thrown out of home, not much later. But anyway, at that time in my life, I was into punk. I didn't really know any other punks in the area where I lived. The friends who I hung out with were all into metal, and you know, they're into stuff like Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, some of the stuff I liked, like Metallica, Megadeth and Anthrax in particular. But yeah, I used to hang out with those guys and I was a bit different because I was into punk, but we got along fine. But I didn't really identify with metal that much, although I did like some of it. And we used to hang out together and have a laugh, and I can remember one of my friends knew this goth couple, and he said, should we call round one evening? So we went and called round in the evening, and they weren't expecting us. This was the days well before the internet, when you still had to go in those red phone boxes and put 10p in and try and hold your nose from the smell of wee. But yeah, they weren't expecting us. We didn't even think to call them. And they welcomed us in and they were really friendly, and they were quite different than my metal friends. Metal friends, they just kind of had metal t-shirts and denim jackets, but these people were the first real alternative people that I got to speak to, and they really dressed like traditional 80s goths. So at the time I had a green mohawk and I wasn't accepted at home. You know, used to get called freak and things like that a lot. So these were the first people that accepted me for the way I was. They were like, oh, I love your hair, it's really cool. And we got chatting and they said they liked some punk too. And they were playing some of their goth music, and they played some punk stuff that they liked as well. I can remember them playing The Damned, New Rose and Dead Kennedys, Kill the Poor. And yeah, it was really cool. They were nice people, and they were showing me how to crimp my hair, and so it's not good for your hair, but it helps you get it up if you want to do a mohawk or something. So yeah, it was cool, and that was my first time with proper alternative people, and it was a really positive experience. And I can remember them clearly playing this song by a band called Alien Sex Fiend, and the song was called EST. And I said I really liked it, and it is a cool song. And do you know what? They said they had an extra copy because someone had got them a copy as a gift and they already had a copy. So they gave me this extra copy, and I was so pleased, and it was just so nice. And that record, it's actually an 11-inch, not a 12-inch, which is rare. So that record, the whole package, the music, the artwork, everything about it, it was just like the ultimate goth record. And to me, it still is, and it still is a favourite. And it just appealed to me at the time. And I think even all my metal friends liked it as well. But yeah, that was my first experience meeting a goth couple. And they were really nice and accepting, and that's has stuck with me all my life. So through my life later on, I met loads of goths, and I must say the vast majority of them have been really sound, cool people. You know, and I've always got on with goths. I don't hang around with goths all the time, so, you know, I don't have as much experience as some people in the goth scene will have. But like I say, the vast majority of them were sound, cool people. I mean, you might get the odd one who isn't a nice person, but you get that in every scene and every subculture. That's just life. So out of all the punks I know, the vast majority of punks, they don't mind goths at all. They might have a bit of a laugh and a joke with them, but no harm intended. The only sort of real negative views I heard about them were coming from people like sort of on the oi side of punk, were a bit more negative, but that was very rare. I mean, when you think about it, punk and goth, they both come from the same creative stream, which was punk, and goth came from that, so we both have that in common, so we're quite closely related really. So that's my take on goth. It's always been a positive one for me. Myself, I'm drawn towards the darker side of punk. I'm into horror punk now, and that's me being totally honest and authentic with you. So yeah, I'm into horror punk nowadays, and more towards the spooky gothic side of punk. And thinking about it, I wonder if it was my positive experiences of the goth scene early on, all those years ago. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been good sitting down and having a chat with you. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. And until the next video, keep yourself very safe. Take care now. Bye.